Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome back to this video. Today we're gonna study about what are lists in Python. Now coming to the list. What actually the list mean? First of all, in this video we will learn about how to create a list, how to access the list elements, then what is the list index, negative indexing, list slicing in Python, and after that we will study about how to add, change the list elements. Except to that, we will learn about how to pop, how to insert a list element from a bunch of lists. Moving forward to what are lists in Python. So, creating a list, changing a list elements to removing the list elements. There are other operations too in the list. So, we will perform each and every example following it. So the list is one of the most versatile data type that allows us to work with multiple items. Okay, and these are all the elements at one scope. List is a sequence value, and list is the variable that appears as a sequence of value that is called the elements or the that is called the items. Element can be also be of any data type. The list is most versatile data type that is available in your Python, which can be written as a list of comma separated value between the square brackets. So remember one thing, whenever we are going to write any of the list, we use a comma and separated with a comma, and that all the elements should in between your square brackets. And lists are mutable, which means that any elements can be changed. Strings, wherever we studied about in the strings, that they are immutable. Okay, so immutable, they cannot change. As variable, as in our list, as they are mutable, that means that the elements can be changed. Now how we create a list? In Python, a list is created by placing all the elements inside a square brackets, and all the elements are also known as items, which is separated by the commas in between of it. If we can use any number or any of your any element any position of your items and the elements, they make different types of, either they can be integer or float or string or any of it. In your method 1 without constructor, and there is a two methods, that is without constructor or with constructor as in list. So that depends upon how we access the creation of your list. So moving forward to how to create a list is, so this is the simple program to create a list. Suppose I told you creating a list, okay, and how a list is created. First of all, whenever the list is created, use square bracket and each of the item is separated by commas. Okay. Now, if I'll say that my list name is integer 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, when I'll print my list, okay, this is just in my, I'm creating a list, simple formation, square bracket, and each of the item is separated by the commas. Okay, well, I'll say this is just a simple program, but my list is this. It will give me print my list. Okay, my print list is equals to, okay, so my list is 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is my list. That means my list is between your square brackets and each of the element is separated by the commas. Okay, these are we gonna access it out. So moving forward to how to access the items from a list. What is the method of accessing any item from a list, and how the list happens, and what is the various type. So every accessing of your item is done in several ways. Okay, either you can use the index operator, that is your square brackets, to access any of the elements, or you can start from the zero itself. Okay, this is just your list indexing, as we read in your string slicing also. So we can use an index operator to access any of the item in a list. In Python, indices start from zero. So any of your list having your 5 elements, the indexes will be from 0 to 4. Okay. Now what happens when you access any of your element in your list? It obviously appears in your finding part. Okay. Now we will be solving one more example in your accessing. This is your creating. Now we will be doing accessing. Okay. Now we will do as an accessing a list. Accessing a list. Okay, my list, I'll print my list as P comma any letter I'm writing. Okay, P comma R comma O comma G comma program I'm writing. Okay. Program. Now when I'll doing the indexing, so if I'll write print what I have to print, I have to print my list. Just remember this line, what you have to print and what come the output it is. I want to print this, but the indexing should be of 0. When I'll print this, answer will be P. Obviously in this indices it starts from the 0. Okay, so it is appearing as P. When I'll write 2, okay, so it is 0 0 comma 0 1 2. Okay, it is appearing as 2. Again if I'll write it 4, it is R 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, it is coming. Now double indexing. If I'll do a double indexing, see what is the output. 4 comma 1 in list is no, it is the nesting. Why it is happened? Okay, fine. So if I'll write it out, like my list is this, and see about the -1. Okay, so -1, it is M, starting from backside. It is the negative indexing. Okay, now if I'll write the -5 in the negative indexing, so -5 is O. So it has to be done as a formulating part, where the accessing is done for, at the most purpose. Now comes is your accessing through a list. You already read about the nesting and all. Negative indexing is also done. What is the negative indexing is? It allows your sequence for negative indexing for a proper sequence. Okay. Now how we change or how we add an element in it. Changing and adding an element is easier because like lists are mutable. That means that each of your element can be changed, unlike strings or tuples, because in your strings and tuples we cannot change, we cannot add any elements. So we use the assignment operator to change an item, a range of an item. Okay. Now in a change element we use is equals to operator with index. In your add elements, we add one element or item to a list using append, or to extend. For the several items, we use extend, or to insert one item at desired location, we use the insert. Okay. wherever it is not as tough as your strings and tuples, because in strings and tuples we don't change it out, it is immutable. Okay, now moving forward to the program. Moving forward to your program. Now, what is your program saying about your adding and creating? Suppose I take one example, declaring it out. Okay, this is correcting mistake. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, then I'll change it out as an odd. I'm changing it. Odd 0 position is equals to 1. Okay, if I'll run this program, the output would be output is B1, but why it is not coming over here? 0 position, huh? So here it will appear as 1, as in changing the elements, but I'm not suggesting, or I have to print one line also in this. If I'll write print odd, let's check. Yeah, so you have to print this also command what you have changed. So earlier it was odd 2, 4, 6, 8. Now if I have changed it out and the position of 0, it is 0, so it has appeared 1, 4, 6, 8. Okay, that's how it is changed out. Now while appending it, if I'll say that I am appending, might be, I'll keep it same. I am making a list 3, 5. Okay, now I'll print the odd first of all, or I'll change append it. Odd dot append. Append क्या करना है हमें 7. ठीक है, odd dot append आपको करना है 7. Now if I'll print odd again and run this, you can see the output 1, 3, 5, 7. I've added one more element in the odd list. Okay, earlier it was 1, 3, 5. Now it is 1, 3, 5, 7. So one more element is added. Okay, that how you can add. Now if I, in the same program, if I want to add more of element, for more of elements I will use extend. So if I'll write extend odd dot extend, क्या extend करना है मुझे extend करना है, कोई भी नंबर लिख लो, 5, 7, let's write 8, 12. Okay, I want to add this, or I can say let's take a different. Okay, now I want to extend more of the elements in the same odd list. If I'll print again odd, the output would be why it is not coming this way, odd dot extend 10 comma just give me a minute, odd dot extend and 7. Okay, odd dot extend 7. Okay, so the answer would be 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, 9, 8, 12. Okay, the answer would be the same if we will do the concatenation also in this. So the answer would be always the same part as we did in your prior extension. Okay, now coming next to that, the answer would be correctly same. If you do the concatenation also, it will occur the same. Now, how to delete, how to remove, and how to exert elements from a list. So, deleting one or more elements or items from a list, we use a del keyword. It is named as del. Okay, it can even delete your all the entire list elements. Okay, by deleting the elements, you can also assign it. Okay, how you can assign it? It depends upon the basic operators. While writing to delete one, okay, I'm writing some delete my list. I'll write it small. Okay, I'm writing it out, and again I'm taking program. Okay, again the same one is there. Program. Okay, I'm writing the same one. If I have to delete it, one thing from my list, I have to delete 2. And again, if I have to print the second position, and I have to print my list again, it would come as PRGRAM. O will be deleted because the 0 position is 2, 0, 1, 2. At the position of 2, it is completely gone. Okay, if I'll do the same, the indexing 1, 2. The answer is POGRAM 1, 2, 0, 1, and 2 you know about how it is done. Okay, indexing 1 minus 2. This is how you can remove to a given element or pop, or to remove any of your given index as a returning part, or if you will write over here print or remove or append or pop, this will appear same as. Okay, if the output of my list is same, okay, if my list is same, I'll only and only write my list, then I'll say remove this to. Okay, now I'll print my list, then I'll print my list. Okay, so my list will appear same as in given part, or I'll write remove P from this my list. It has to become like this only. Or either I am taking wrong program. Yeah. So for removing, you will use circular brackets. If I have to remove P, so I'll write the remove P, or with the del button you will write the same like in the position now number. Okay, this is how it has to be appeared as a formulation part. I hope it is clear. So in your operators, we have slicing, we have concatenation, we have repetition, membership, in, not, identity, is or is not. Slicing of your list, arranging a range of your items in a list by using the slicing operator. That is your square bracket using a colon. Every slicing can be visualized by considering your indexing between the elements. So these are all the Python list method. So we have the append, we have extend, we have insert, remove, pop, clear, index, count, sort, reverse, copy. Okay, these are the list methods in the Python. So append means we have to add an element. Extend means we have to add all the elements. Insert, only and only defined index. Remove an item from your list. Pop is to remove and return an element. Clear is to remove and all the items from the list. Index to return the indexing part. The first match. Count is to return the count value. Sort the item ascending order. Reverse to your ordering part, and copy to shallow copy. So these are the all the list methods according to this. Okay, everything is same, just you need to remember of your methods, how your methods are being formalized and how is your formalization is done. Okay, now comes is your append method. What is the append method in detail? So append method adds a single item to existing list. Append method only and only modifies the original list. It means that it doesn't have a return value, any return value. Append method takes a single item and adds it to the end-to-end value. There is item like number, strings, another list, or your dictionary. The syntax to use this is a list.append whatever the item is declared in your list. Then comes is your count method. In a count method, we have the have to count like how many times an elements has occurred in your list and returns that. The count method takes a single argument, that is the element whose count is found, and the count method returns the number of occurrence in a particular elements in a list. So the syntax for this is the list count and elements. Then comes is extend. Extend means like adding all the items of a list to the end. We can add numerous types of your elements in your list. Extend method can also take a single argument in a list, and it also adds it into the end. So there are two syntax to use this. First syntax is to only and only write a list name, extend to the list 2. Okay, the element will be added to end of the list in this. The index method means that method search which is used to find the elements in your list and returns its own position. Okay, it also presents more than one, or the index method also given to the return value, smallest value, or fixed position. Index always started from 0, not 1. The indexing must be done with the return the indexing of the element, and for the syntax is this, the list index the element list dot index element. Now comes is your insert method. Now what is insert method? How the insert method is done? This is the method given by the particular indexing, but by the particular list. So the insert function takes two parameters. First one is your index. Second one is your element. For index, the position wherever needs it's to be inserted. The second one's element. This is to be inserted in the list. Okay, the insert method only and only inserts the elements to the list where it cannot return any value. Okay, list dot insert is your index element. Now comes is your what is your pop method. So pop method may take a single argument, or it removes the elements in your presented part and your index from your list. There will be the error occurs as an index error if your pop index out of range is expected. Only and only if your index passed to the pop method is not in the range, it will not occur in your index error. The parameter you pass to the pop method is optional if there is a default index that is -1, already a past argument is this. And the syntax for this is your list.pop.index. Okay, in the bracket. Now comes is your copy. Copy is also known as the aliasing method. The aliasing method means that the copy shall be from your shallow copy of the list. It means like new list will be formed by a list can be copied with your is equals to operator, but with your own swapping. Okay, the program with the copying it out is modified as a new list or done. Now comes is your shallow copy. What is your shallow copy and what is your copy? Now shallow copy means that we need an original list unchanged with any of your new list that is modified, and this is called your shallow copy. It is also known as your cloning method. The copy method does not have any parameters. The copy function always returns to the list. It does not modify with the original list. Now syntax for using this is your new list is equals to list copy, and this occurs in your circular brackets. I hope this much is clear to you, how to create a list, how to assess a list, how to delete a list. Now what are the different parameters and the methods of using a list. Thank you so much.